You gotta donate more for the shirt to come off. Alright, so Turtles 2 is a basic beat 'em up. It's side-scrolling beat 'em up. You Donatello? Not Leonardo? This is mad upsets. So yeah, the basic mechanics of the game is that you got... Like,
it's not basic, it's...
Yeah, it's a really basic game, but it's really fun as well, so... enemies come from everywhere. You got some attacks, and you got some jumps, and you got some jump attacks. And you got the spinning attack he does all the time deals, I believe, twice the damage of a regular attack. So, it's the only one to use all the time. And for being an old Nintendo game, it looks really good.
Yeah, and it doesn't lag. No lags in the game.
It's nice, you got a really good frame rate. And for those who are either really young or had no childhood, he's playing as Donatello, which is the mechanic guy of the crew in the Turtles. He does machines. He fights with a stick. And he's usually broken in most Turtle games because he's got like 4 times the range of anyone else. But I believe he's the same as, well, pretty much everyone else in this game.
Yeah, all the turtles are the same.
Except, of course, the color of their bandana.
The colors and the design of the weapons. But they have the same range, do the same damage.
The same poses. And this game got amazing variety of enemies. It got several dozens of enemies. Which is pretty amazing for being a Nintendo game. Of course, it started in the arcades, which is why it got all the content from the beginning. But it's a really well-made port. You can get double hits on most of the bigger enemies, and it's really important. Turn up the volume, yeah! The girl in the background is April. She's constantly kidnapped. And right now we get the first boss, and it's... Bebop, I think? No, it's Rocksteady. Rocksteady the Rhino. He's got a machine gun. And Frieza's got him in a nice loop. The AI isn't too bright. No, the dive kick. He got shot in the air. Bam! And this is really cool. Shredder appears out of nowhere, grabs April, and jumps out the window.
The window. Yeah.
I hate it when that happens.
Yeah, he always escapes.
He just stood in the elevator the entire fight and was like, man, my henchman is getting mauled. Oh, I better kidnap this girl. So yeah, the main villain of the Turtles is Shredder. He's a guy who wears an incredible costume, but then he never does anything. Help! Ha ha ha! Yeah, he's evil as hell. He's taken over the TV network in order to say 3 words, and it's all he needs.
Whoa. And as a fun fact, this game in Europe, the name of the game is Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles, and in America the game's name is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Because
it gets censored to Hero Turtles because some European dickwad decided that ninjas were too violent for Europe, so it got called Heroes, because heroes aren't violent, they are saviors and stuff.
I don't hit that girl not because she's a girl, I hit her because it takes time to hit her.
The basic enemies are called the Footmen of the Foot Clan, which is Shredder's basic army. It's not a very serious lore to this game. Pizza Hut! Sponsorships way before they became popular. The turtles do pretty much nothing in their entire lives except fighting and eating pizza. So yeah. They also have the catchphrase Cowabunga!
Cowabunga!
Man, they were so radical. The 90s were amazing. And this is Bebop. I think he's a pig or something. Maybe a boar, I don't know. He's not really bright either. Easy to loop. It's got a really cool weapon though. It shoots sound waves or something. Oh, Frieza's got it down. No, we got hit by the sonic booms. Sonic boom.
So far, so
Echo
good.
is always cool. And this game is actually surprisingly long for being an arcade game and than a Nintendo game. You got a lot of stages, a lot of content. It's really cool. These guys wield hammers or something, and there are loads of footmen. We've actually seen 4 or 5 of them so far, and there'll be more throughout the run. There are a lot of footmen in the Foot Clan.
And this game you can play 2-player mode, and that mode is slower because more enemies and longer boss battles. The bosses have more health.
On the other hand, it is more fun to play 2 players. This game got some mad combos. Juggling, bam. Notably, the game also has an amazing soundtrack.
Yeah, the soundtrack
really
is really
pumping.
good. I think most of the songs have pretty good standard, but no one really makes it to the very top of the best of the NES songs, but the soundtrack overall is very good.
It fits very well with the game. It's pumping and it's powerful. And
Yeah.
you got a good beat. Also, unlike modern games with gigantic score counts, this game gives you 1 point per killed enemy. So the point counter is really a kill counter. This game is a slaughter.
You can get the double hit here also. Ni skulle kunna låsa dörren där nu när det...
Tonight I dine
Just
on
den
turtle
sprang iväg.
soup. He's so evil. And yeah, he kidnaps April. And April is just a regular journalist, I think. She's a TV reporter or something. So I got no idea why you kidnap her, but I guess it's the Lois Lane syndrome thing. And yeah, all the turtles are named after great Renaissance artists, I believe. You got Michelangelo and Raphael and Leonardo and Donatello. And the only last name you know of those is Da Vinci from Leonardo. And Michelangelo got like the coolest name ever, and I wish I knew it.
He made David, you noob.
What?
Sistine Chapel.
I don't know his bloody last name. I didn't date the guy. I just knew what he draw. Look it up on Wikipedia. His last name is amazing. Yeah, those snowmen shoot rockets at you. They're fucking hardcore. I get no idea who wants to disguise their robots as snowmen and think they can get away with it, but Shredder's not that bright. And yeah, Donatello fights with a stick, and Leonardo fights with dual katanas. Raphael fights with... is the guy with nunchaku, right? Or is he the guy with knife? Yeah, he's the guy with size. It's some sort of weird knife thing. And then Michelangelo uses nunchaku. And yet this boss, he isn't very bright either. There actually isn't a lot of bosses in this game that are bright. No, Mrs. Loop. Oh, missed the loop again. Dive kick. In this game, dive kicks do not do 1 billion damage. They do 1 damage.
There we go. Jump kicks, jump kicks. Yeah.
Yay, spring has returned.
Spring is here.
Woo, I love spring.
Yeah, and about running this game to actually beat it as fast as possible, you take a lot of damage on the bosses. One maybe more interesting category for this game would be actually...
Damageless?
Not the damageless, because I think that would be pretty much impossible actually. But no death. That would be a category.
Some of the later bosses, you pretty much just stand there and take a beating until you die. And then you get up and keep attacking the boss.
Yes.
We're up for some really cool special effects in a moment, by the way. This stage is amazing.
But some bosses has some nice, have some fun strategies.
Did you see that? The car, like, vroom! It's like something out of, I don't know, Uncharted. It's the coolest thing ever.
Thankfully, I didn't have to jump by the reflexes. I knew it was gonna pop out, because otherwise it's so fast.
Wham!
Whoa.
Cars are furious. And those guys are cool. They got, like, vacuums that shoot bullets at you. But they're really bad at aiming, so they always shoot into the ground. They're not that bright. It's a pretty common theme in Turtles universe. Yeah.
They was not very bright either.
QED. Oh, punched out of the air! Air combo.
It's not my best run ever, but it works.
You can hit projectiles out of the air, which is really cool. Oh yeah, this is a great scene because April is stuck there in the elevator, I think, and she's sort of wriggling in. No, I can't get out. Oh, got a good loop. No, don't run away, boss. Nice.
It's a little bit
And
tricky to
after the
get
boss
the right
is dead,
spot.
she just
there.
sort of stands up and goes, "Hey, I wasn't bound here." And this is the turtles one. It's like, for men only. Except April. I owe you one, yeah. Yeah, this game's actually promoting being like Fury, having sex with turtles. It's cool. Also, the turtles got a master that teaches them like the art of being a ninja, and he's a rat, and he's named Splinter. Yeah, Splinter the rat, and he's really cool. Like, look how cool this game is. You get attacked by people cruising down the street. Brr.
And this is not a normal street. Whoa.
Yeah, you have a ton of life in this game, but it's actually sort of hard. If you play it for the first time, you're gonna get killed. It's just that it got some abusable things, and it's easy to abuse them once you learn them. They are so cool! And yeah, that's footmen whose weapon is a gigantic missile they throw at you. Footmen are dedicated. They come in and they do wheelies. This game is amazing. Yeah, it's the biker dude from X2. And yeah, I think we're up to like 10 different Foot Clan people, and snowmen, and robots, and so on, so this game got a lot of enemies.
And they throwing all kinds of stuff. It's tires, and it's
Yeah, they can carry around missiles, and tires, and knives, and guns, and sledges, and pipes, and really all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, throwing a tire that big at someone, that's pretty manly.
I got an extra life there.
400 kills.
Yeah, 400 kills already.
And now we're on a rocket skateboard fighting a helicopter. Yeah, that's what you do when you're on a rocket skateboard. Well, yeah, being a ninja turtle is a sort of cool perk, you know.
So I used the shadow there to actually understand where the helicopters are.
Foot Clan comes in with their oddly shaped guns and they shoot at the ground. And I really got no idea how you go backwards on a rocket skateboard facing one direction. But I guess really the footmen, they know their shit. Knows all the tricks.
Yeah, a fun fact about the helicopters. If you watching the shadow of the helicopters, you can locate exactly where they are on the screen. And you can, when you're doing the special attack, the jump slash, you can do the jump a little bit higher if you want to.
Oh yeah, women are horrible at driving. Confirmed by Turtles. And that's Splinter. He got kidnapped. I don't know why he was in the car, but yeah. So now we've crashed the car as well. Which is a shame because it's a really cool van. And now we're starting to get to the harder bosses. These bosses are actually quite difficult to do without dying, and Freezer will use some pretty cheap tricks against them. And I got no idea what kind of person installs laser guns on the street, but well, whatever. Yeah, he wants to dine on turtle soup, so I guess he's getting pretty desperate. But yeah, the Turtles cartoon from the early 90s isn't actually the original series either. There was a comic book like a year earlier, and it was really bad. And it was like some sort of gritty, gory satire instead of just a wacky parody thing. But it got picked up as a cartoon, made kid-friendly and way better, and insanely popular. So pretty much no one knows the original comic exists.
You really know a lot of turtles, don't you? That's great.
Of course I know a lot about turtles. They're amazing.
That was too much. Alright, that's cool. Yeah, everyone loved the turtles.
In the beginning of the 90s, everyone watched and knew about turtles.
Yeah, that
and
was...
you bought bubble gum that
Yeah.
had stickers in it.
Turtle was my favorite, yeah, every day too.
Yeah, you had it on your pillow and on the walls, and you bought stickers, and you had them everywhere.
And tattoos.
Turtles were before anime goes. And they're 6-year as well, so... Oh, not Power Blade! Boomerangs, spears, guns... Yeah, Footmen have all kinds of weapons and stuff. Like, most games just give you one enemy, and then they change the color and give it, like, 3 more HP or something. But here you get, like, 24 enemies. Yeah, those cannons are sort of weird. And this boss, he's really tough, actually.
Yeah, it takes a long time to beat, but I use this strategy.
You can get a real nice strategy. You get double hit from that strong attack. And you can stun lock him with good enough timing. But it's really hard, and he often punches you in the face. But with your back to the wall, you just fly a short distance, so you aren't stunned for very long. If you face the other direction, you'll get stunned for way longer because you have to fly over the wall.
So this is the fastest strategy to beat him.
Well, no, the fast strategy is actually getting the double hits quite often. But yeah,
Yes.
you get the idea.
And after a double hit, you want to stand on the floor a little bit, because when he hits you, you have a better chance to actually stay on the floor and without being slammed into the wall.
So you take the elevator down to level 7, and Shredder's basement looks like a really bad dojo from some American ninja movie.
It's a very huge dojo.
Yeah, and these are the level 2 footmen, basically. They're stronger and tougher, and they can jump and throw stuff, and yeah, they're cool. But yeah, their arms are too big. It's sort of annoying for them, I guess. Yeah, they can punch. They can pick a real punch. They can, They're bloody Captain Falcons. And while they reused some old enemies, we'll be getting some of the coolest enemies in the game in these later stages.
Soon comes the scorpions. Yeah, now we are talking.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's ninja time.
Burst up from the floor. They live under the floor. They like lie under the floorboards and they play bridge or something. And then suddenly fucking turtles invade and they're like, oh snap, Shoryuken.
Oh.
Ha, traps.
Yeah, I knew they were coming. I just pushed the...
This is a really cool enemy.
Yeah, the
The tiger from the background comes out, and it's actually really good looking for being a Nintendo sprite.
You can actually jump slash them, but the timing is really tight. No, I won't bother doing that.
And they burn because they're drawings. It's symbolic and stuff. And notably, Freeze isn't doing the double hit, so he's doing pretty bad damage to them.
They have a strange hitbox. It's smaller than...
And now my favorite enemies in the game are probably coming
the
up.
scorpions. But they are also very hard to jump slash.
So like these robot scorpions come and like...
The easiest is to just hit them with regular slashes.
Yeah, that's boring. They shoot lasers at you. Pew pew pew. And there's some nice graphical glitches with like, if you hit something on the left side of the screen, it can overflow and start showing on the right side of the screen.
You pretty much want them into the wall.
I don't actually know. The Nintendo isn't that good at handling like sprites and stuff, so... Oh, they're coming, and he phases through the wall! And they made that animation, and it's used like 3 times, and I just love it. They got doors to the right. No, we're not using the doors. Spinning through the wall. We're ninjas. It's okay, we got this. It's like, it's a nice level of dedication to put in an animation like that, and they don't even use it much. It's like 3 or 4 times or something. It's surprisingly long. There are loads of levels, and the levels are quite long. This guy's cool. I don't remember his name. I think he's some sort of one-shot villain in the series. But you knock off his head, and it flies around and it punches you, and you have to fight the body. And the body is actually quite a good fighter. Yeah, it's not the easiest fight. It's sort of annoying. There's a lot of spin going on. You get knocked back a lot and so on.
So I tried to jump slash him a little bit because I have so many extra lives, so I tried to use them a little bit to beat the game a little bit faster.
And this is the Cyberdome, I believe it's called. Technodome. And it's the secret hiding place of Shredder and his best friend Krang,
Yeah.
who might just be the coolest villain, like, ever. Yeah, his voice is awful.
He's the brain of everything. But he can't beat the turtles anyways.
These white sword footmen were seen somewhere in like level 2, and then reused here again. And our kill count is 630. Getting a good slaughter on here, really. It's okay, everything is robots, so no one actually dies and so on.
The point system in this game is pointless because in one place you can actually get unlimited amount of points. During the highway level, the motorbikes, they are never stopped coming if you stand at the same spot all the time and kill them. So you can get as much points as you like to.
And most of the runs you'll get the exact same amount of points because
Yeah.
you have to defeat all the enemies to move on to the next screen.
Yes, so there is no point
So
in having a
there's no
point
point to the system.
Oh, come on.
No, stop getting shot.
You have to kill them before they start shooting, otherwise they will trouble you.
They can do some mad combos.
Yeah, some mad combos for sure.
This is the best security system ever. 2 big cannons just zigzagging. They made some sequels to this game. I don't know about Turtles 3 actually, but Turtles 4 was... I believe it was an arcade game and then later ported to the Super Nintendo. And it's actually really good as well.
Yeah, I would say that is a really good beat 'em up if you want to play the game seriously.
It's great fun.
This game is a lot more same thing over and over again. Turtles 4 is, I would say, a really good action game.
This
Turtles 3 is also, it's like between Turtles 2 and Turtles 4.
This security system is awesome. You have an elevator with no railings, and then you throw cannonballs at it in order to get rid of the invaders. Shredder thought of everything.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, possibly that. The point system is there to tell you who's the best player when you're playing 2 players. But it really just tells you takes all the kills. It doesn't mean you're the best player, so yeah. It's sort of like racing for points in Super Mario, and someone just runs around and beats up every block to get more points.
Here comes another cool animation when the doors blows up. It's really a blow up.
Bam!
Come on.
And this guy uses a shotgun. And you can get the same 2-hit loop on this guy, and the timing is really hard actually. Bam, 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 bam. Yeah, you just farm up enough lives so you can use them as a buffer during these fights.
Yeah, that's the fastest thing to do.
Well, it's not the best run.
No, my best time is something 35 minutes something. And I will probably be sub 40. Maybe 30,
This is
30
crank.
39
This
minutes.
is a brain inside a giant robot who wears nothing but underwear. It's so ridiculous looking and silly and stupid, and it's amazing. And if I remember his backstory correctly, it's like he got a real body in some other dimension, but he uses the robot temporarily. I'm invincible, and he just sort of flies off. And now we get to Shredder, the real final boss. And the music is pumping. And he creates a clone of himself. And
start.
I do believe that if you kill the clone, he can remake it, but I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, then he remakes the clone. So what you want to do now is to hit the real Shredder with the helmet, because the other one is a clone. So it doesn't help kill him. It just takes more
And
time.
the clone got some really weird AI. Sometimes it just doesn't want to fight anymore. Losing the helmet, it happens really fast for the clone, but Shredder has to take a lot of hits before he loses his helmet. I do believe they use it as some sort of gag in the series that he always has his helmet on. It's sort of like Inspector Gadget, that you never see the
So
villain's face.
Shredder also have an attack where he kills you in one hit, but I will not let him release that attack. And after Shredder, after I have been hitting him so much so that he loses his helmet, then I can kill the clone. Because then the clone will not appear again somehow. So I guess that's it, and now it's just to kill
Yeah, lost life, but yeah.
There we go.
Bam.
And yeah, that's the timer. Yeah, that was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, the American version.
The arcade game.
What time was it? 39:14. Yeah.
Sub 40?
Sub 40. That's all right.